Hey there, guys. So today we have another review with Darwin, and what we have here is a Stone's Lucky Bastard. It's a Lukcy bastard. It's a weird spelling. This is their combination of Arrogant Bastard Ale, Oaked Arrogant Bastard Ale, and Double Bastard. Just blended up. They made a cuvee and they call it this beer. I've never actually had it. I've actually had the other ones, which I like I like them. They're not the best of the Stone's offering, but this one somehow has eluded me. I've never had this one. Actually, talking about other beers. Let's do, first of all, the voting. I will review Pirate Bomb or Bible Bell. Don't worry about that, because I was counting the votes there. I think it's like split right now. But anyway, for the next review, you guys get to see one of Goose Island's Lolita, which is a raspberry wild ale, Lost Abbey's Track 8, which is their like quad kind of ale, brewed with raisins, aged in bourbon barrels with cinnamon and chilies. Sounds awesome. And a Fantôme. This is Fantôme Peace and Lit. I don't know if you guys have seen Fantôme reviews. Fantôme's a pretty interesting brewery, so if you guys want to see that review, let me know. Or if you don't care, you don't have to say anything. But if any of these beers sticks out to you, let me know, and I'll be glad to review it for you. So, well, cracking it, I can already smell that it's quite hoppy. This is a fresh bottle, new batch, just came out, so let's dig in. So the beer comes in a nice kind of dark amber color. It's almost like a crystal ruby, dark ruby kind of color. A little bit of brown, sort of this dark red kind of color. A little bit of an off-white kind of beige kind of head on that. Let's get the aroma on this. Okay. Okay. It's very Stone. In the front, I get a nice kind of juiciness, almost like, dried orange peel. This kind of almost hint of almost like a dripping, nectary, tropical fruit. It smells very sweet. It's quite bready. There's a good amount of this caramel malt kind of action. And then deep in the back, I also get a little bit of this Stone action. Again, it's like almost like Enjoy By. It's a little this like dank quality, a little bit of like a garlicky kind of thing going, digging into the nose. A good amount of this piney resin character too. It's got all the hop kind of varietal. So it's everything I listed, everything from sweet to fruity to tropical to piney and resiny to dank and garlicky, but it's surrounded by a lot of like the sweetness and caramel. Cheers. Oh, that is sweet. Okay. And it is decently bitter. Boy, but is that sweet? Jeez. Ooh. In the front, you're rushed with, the first thing I noticed is sweet. It's like candy. It's almost like biting into a caramel sugar, just like a piece of dried caramel. It's candy-like sweet. It's sugary. Very, very sweet. Like sugary. Not even like some IPAs sort of offer like fruity sweetness. This is candy sweetness. In the front, you also notice this big kind of bitterness. It's nice and piney. It's earthy. Leaning a little bit towards an American barley wine, but not all the way there. A little bit of fruit character. I get a little bit of orange, maybe a hint of grapefruit. Grapefruit's a predominant fruit note. Moves transitions onto slight hint of tropical, but not really. Maybe a hint on the back end. More sweetness, but it is bittered out decently. And dries out slightly of this kind of, again, this earthy, resinous kind of piney kind of hop character. Yeah, it's interesting. It's sweet, it's bitter, it's piney, it's resiny. This to me is sort of at 8.5%, sort of a slightly kind of successful attempt at, a strong American strong ale, American barley wine kind of thing. For me, it's, again, a little bit too sweet, a little bit bitter on the back end. It's reasonably drinkable at 8.5, but there's no reason for, this being bomber. I mean, I guess it makes sense for it to be a bomber, but it's a lot of beer. I mean, even half this bottle would be quite a task to drink. Yeah, this to me is one of these beers that you probably just want to have as a part of a flight. 5 to 6 ounces. It's big. It's flavorful, but it is sweet and bitter. Definitely a bomber would be too much. Even half a bomber would be too much. I don't know what I'm going to do with this, but let's talk about the beer rating. It gets a 93 on Beer Advocate. That is really high. Wow. I don't think it's even remotely close to that good. This beer gets a, actually not remotely, but 90. Yeah. I think 90 is a fair, 89 is a fair rating. Yeah. We're in this new age where we want these juicy, hoppy IPAs. It's not trying to be a hoppy IPA, I understand, but I just don't really prefer this kind of malty, bitter kind of thing that some breweries do. 89, sorry. Until next time, guys, cheers, later.